Hey everybody, Arcane Hulk here today. Now, I want to talk to you about Sterling Treasures that are coming in the April update starting tomorrow. The update will be dropping around 10 a.m. Pacific time, give or take an hour or two. So make sure you got your PlayStations in rest mode, ready to start downloading that patch and getting to the game. But this is a prediction of how I think they will affect the community. Initially, this was going to be my overall thoughts about the matter, but really I wanted to expand on that a little bit more. I want to see how this isn't just going to affect me personally. I want to see how this is going to affect the entire community. Now, I hit a bit of a roadblock while I was making this video. I was having trouble really thinking about where could this possibly lead, and then all of a sudden I got some inspiration from a very unexpected place, from the YouTuber Whiteboy7th Street. Now, I do promise this is all going to wrap back around to Destiny in the end, but I need to give a little bit of backstory as to what Call of Duty is going through right now as far as its supply drops are concerned, just so you guys have an idea of where I think things will go. So, without further ado, let's get right into that. So, starting with Call of Duty, where does this whole thing begin? Well, initially, it all starts with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and the advent, the first introduction of advanced supply drops. Now, this didn't seem as big of a deal back then, mainly because a lot of the guns hadn't been unlocked at first. But as the lifespan went on and more people got these weapons, it became very clear that a lot of these guns were blatantly overpowered. A lot of them were strictly better than their base variants, and it introduced a pay-to-win mechanic into the game that overall became very detrimental. Now, of course, if you watch Drifter's video, you'll know of the notorious Obsidian Steed, the Bow, and the ASM1 Speakeasy that dominated the competitive scene as far as ranked play went. Now, that's not partially, that is the reason I stopped playing Call of Duty and kept playing Destiny, is because the fact that you could buy better guns and have an edge over somebody. I did not want to spend money on that game after I bought it already. I wanted to play and get better that way. I didn't want to have to spend money on guns just so I can stand a chance. Really, this ruined the entire competitive scene from a casual standpoint. I know I wasn't competing at events or anything, but if you wanted to play competitively in ranked matches or something, and you wanted to play at a high level, you really needed a Speakeasy or an Obsidian Steed just to make sure you could hang with the rest of the competition. Now, if you watched one of Dado's more recent videos regarding Sterling Treasure packages, you'll know that he mentioned that the next logical step in the evolution of Destiny microtransactions is the introduction of low light level weapons into the DLC just to justify them being in there. This is exactly not exactly, but it's very similar to what COD was doing, and I fear that if they keep up these business practices and copying Call of Duty's business practice, then it's going to lead to an even more massive player drop off than we already have. A lot of people stopped playing the game because they weren't satisfied with vanilla, and the fact that they're adding these awful supply drops, it really has me worried. I want this game to stay alive for as long as possible, and I really don't think that them doing this is the smartest way to go about that. Black Ops 3 is very successful, partially because it copied a lot of the supers from Destiny, and that was a good move on their part. But now Destiny is copying business practices from the Call of Duty side, and that's really not helping anyone at all. So, as far as my prediction for the future goes, I think that they will have low light level weapons in the new packages. Maybe not initially, but definitely over time, maybe around year 3 or so, they'll start introducing them. And they're going to start off low, you'll be able to infuse them up, or you'll just be able to use them in standard Crucible, not in Iron Banner or anything like that. But it's still going to be a nuisance because Iron Banner is only around for a week every month, and those other 3 weeks, you will probably end up be playing against weapons that you have either a very ridiculously low chance of getting or no chance of getting at all without spending a lot of money. So that's it for the video today, guys. I just wanted to let you know my prediction for the future of Destiny if they keep doing what they're doing. I do understand that they are both under Activision as a parent company, but they just Activision has to know that what Destiny is not what Call of Duty is. Call of Duty, they have the means of exploiting children because that's the main demographic, I'd argue, that plays Call of Duty now. I swear, there are probably more little kids that play Call of Duty than there are adults. Of course, I don't have data to back that up, but from personal experience, just anecdotal experience, that's what I've seen. I'd say the average Destiny player is a little bit older, a little bit more mature, and a little bit more critical of business practices in the gaming community, and I really don't see a way that they can turn this around without coming across as just without making things worse. of course, first impressions are very bad. I don't expect to see any major changes anytime soon. The only way we'll be able to get past this is if we vote with our wallets. Just don't buy any of these packages. You get 3 for free a week. Hopefully that's enough. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Just it's it's stuff like this that makes you want to find a new hobby when they just try to get every nickel and dime out of your pocket they possibly can. It's pretty brutal sometimes. And I really don't want this game to die over something as stupid as greed and big business. That's just awful. So yeah, hopefully, I'm sure Bungie will deliver with this DLC. They've managed to blow me away so far. I was expecting so much less. So I'm excited we're getting the new content that we are. Even if it is somewhat recycled, it's still exciting to have new night levels, new stuff to grind for. So thank you all for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know your opinions on Sterling Treasures down below. Did you stop playing Call of Duty because of supply drops as well? I'd really like to know. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you.